Hello everyone, this is Genesis. I'm back with another fun video of ArmA scripting. And so I'm going to be doing a mini project just for fun because coding, believe it or not, is actually a little bit therapeutic for me. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I had this idea for a project. I was playing good old SimAnt and I was thinking if I could make something just really silly in ArmA, and I was thinking, well, I want to do something like SimAnt where I want to design an AI. I love doing AI stuff. I want to design something that is like a Hmm. It's like a breathing, living colony, but not of people, but of an animal or something. And I want to get ridiculous with it. I want these creatures to be able to kill players and be able to go into houses and raid them and destroy them and pull up resources. I want to have, and the driving factor being that they need to keep feeding their whatever, whatever their babies and all that. So now ArmA doesn't have any ants, but what it does have, and let me tell you, what it does have, I think will do just fine enough, and I think you can already tell if you're paying attention at all. I was able to simply draft up a really quick, rough AI for rabbits, because rabbits you can't just tell them to follow the player because they're terrible at it and they don't use their sprint. And this is really rough a draft, so when I'm in front of the rabbit close enough, he'll sprint at me, and then he'll kind of, as I move too far to one side, he'll kind of readjust, and etc. We have a little friendly, and as he gets close enough to me, we'll just kind of stop and chill. And so that's where we're at right now. But, so I got some basic rabbit AI. Very basic. Like I can get him to follow me, and that is about it. They can kind of wander around, but what I want to do, so we can get, yep, there he goes. What I want to do is get these rabbits to be able to wander and claim stuff. So I want to do a very similar system to like what ants do. They drop down little scent trails. So as this rabbit explores, so I'm leaving little trails, little areas that they claim, per se, and I want to have each little nest be its own unique nest, and they can fight other nests. So I'm gonna do this crazy, ridiculous project. So I'm gonna start the timer. First thing I'm gonna do, just to get basic concepts down. Poor rabbit. First thing I'm going to do is just get down basic concept of claiming territory. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. And it's just a silly fun project. So I have, really quick, basic script here right now. I have two basic functions drafted up. One of them, this one, and this is all just in one file right now, so I kind of just debug it and work with it. This one right here, this simply just detects if the unit is in front, and then I have a tolerance for when it should reset its position. I'm actually going to reduce it to 2.5. And then I also have just the one that creates the rabbit, and then this one controls it and tells it when to go, what it should be sprinting, if it should just be normal hopping, or if it should stop. And to face the player and try to get it, if this is an agent, so it's not a unit, and agents are less costly in the engine, so I can have a lot more of them running around, and that means a lot more. I can do a lot more with it. We'll just put it that way. So what I want to do now is, I'm just proof of concept kind of stuff. I'm gonna just keep using global variables for one bunny at a time, but I want to create a function that the bunnies will go not just chase after me. I don't want them just to chase after a player. I want them to go and claim territory and search for food. But first thing we need to do is just have them be able to move by themselves. So in claiming territory, so we're going to have bunny, so B underscore, we'll do wander, because they'll be wandering for resources. Okay. So we're going to do that. Why am I doing this in ArmA, you may ask? Well, because I can, and that's why. I love making games like ArmA do things they're not supposed to, or no one ever would have thought. And I also dream of putting this on the forums right next to all the super serious mod packs. And you're going to have the bunny sim. I'm going to call it SimBunny. And then people are going to click on it and just be dumbfounded at what they see. So that's what I want to do. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and jump down here. I'm going to grab this. So I'm going to be copying this here. I'm going to put this like this so I know where to look. So I'm going to create a bunny. I'm going to let it sleep for 5 seconds. I'm going to hit wander. tell it to I want it to wander, and actually we'll do sleep like 3. And the wandering is, so I want them to work off a grid system. For this bunny colony, this is going to be, let's see, bunny colony BC, B underscore BC, equals, actually, let's see how it is, a little bit BC1, so I'm not getting multiple. And this will be the rabbits in there. This will be BC1 for territory. And I'm just thinking off the top of my head, so I want to have an array that contains the bunnies. I want to have all the bunnies in the colony, the ones that are actually physically present, because I'm thinking I might virtualize a lot of them when they're not around. And then here's BC1T, which is territory. Those are going to be the markers, I believe, in here. So what I want to do, I'm going to initialize these. I'm going to create the rabbit, and I want them to start wandering around. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put bun. Bun, we're going to push. Let's see, is it bun push back BC1? I think that's, or is it BC1 push back bun? I think it's the other way around. You know, it's been a little while since I've actually coded. I think it's that, and we're going to do a quick test in here. So I'm going to do underscore test equals this, high, or underscore test push back high head format underscore test. Yeah. The array first. Okay. Now that bun's in the array, and with wander, I'm thinking it's just going to be, okay, we'll just do that right there. So wander is going to go ahead and execute per rabbit right now. I'm thinking we might change that later. So what I'm going to do is do bun spawn b wander. Wander. Is going to be, so I want this to be universal to work with different colonies. So what we're going to do is this. So this is going to be the bunny. So we're going to do bunny. Ah, man. So we're going to keep this simple at first. Actually, no, we need to have, okay. We're going to do bunny color. Alright. And yeah, I'm trying to think how to do this here. What would be the most effective way? You know, let's keep it simple first, and then I can make it more complex and later. So this. So what I want to do is I want it to figure out that it's got any territory. If it doesn't have any territory, it just needs to spawn a marker on itself. So we'll do if BC1T equal to, then bam. Now what I want to do is have it spawn a marker. So we're just going to go over here and I'm going to steal some marker commands here. Whoops. Bunny movements. This is going to be a little bit more complicated. And I should probably definitely put comments here. So if the bunny colony has no territory, mark the spot where the bunny is. Okay, so we have that. And it's going to create a marker, and the marker is going to, and the way we're going to name it is it's going to be I don't know why that's like that. Okay. So gen name is going to equal to the count for that. How many? The count number. That way it'll just keep counting up. And we'll do that. The marker. Like so. And we'll go ahead and create the marker. And a new array. So what is this new array? Ah, that's the position. Okay, so the position is just going to be get pos ASL, just because it's the quicker one and it's for a marker. So I think this is how you do it. You want to have a very fast command. ASL I think is the fastest, and height doesn't matter for a marker. So set marker shape rectangle, then grid, set color. Okay. Grid. I feel like that should be in quotes. Maybe I'm wrong on that. And I always want this to be color. We'll do color blue. I want the marker size to be, let's do, let's try 10 by 10 maybe? Just see how that works. And I'll set the mark alpha 0.1 because I have an idea here. So while I made that, I was thinking a couple things. So I want this to be, this bwander function, I want it to be generic enough to pick up on any colony. And because I don't want to have all the bunnies be the same colony, I want them to be competing. So I need to find a way to do this. So I'm thinking when a bunny gets spawned, it gets put into this array. So we need to find a way to pick up on the, figure out which colony the bunny belongs to. Colony equals, no, right now. So I'm just thinking at the top of my head, just putting that down. So, let's see. We'll do B colony list. All right, now I'm guessing these colonies are going to be generated as they go on. That's going to be very interesting to figure out how that works. So what we're going to do is do a for each colony list. So let's do a search for each colony list. If this is in X, then colony equals X. That should pull it up. And so there, okay, so that should pull the correct list because he gets added to that list. So now what I can do is just take the colony and replace this. Colony territory. And the colony territories will always be this convention plus 1. And you know what? Let's just do this. Make it easier on myself. We'll have a nested array. So if this is in X select 0, so because we want to pick the first one, and colony equals X select 0, and the colony territory, which I should be shortening these up, I'll do that later when I'll figure it out, equals X select 1. So that should pull the array and everything. So now we can pull that and that just like that. Now, and we'll have to get private variables. Okay, so now we figure out which colony the bunny belongs to. Bam, we're done. And now, if the colony has no territory, mark the spot where the bunny is. It'll mark it. So I'm going to set marker alpha 0.1. Okay, and then now what you want to do is I want to put it in, I'm thinking a while loop here. And I'm trying to think how to do this. And yeah, we'll just start with the while loop. So while live this, and I want to set a variable to let us know if the bunny's aggroed onto something or not. So we'll do bun set variable aggro false. So and this get variable is not true. So as long as he's not aggroed onto something and he's alive, I want him to do this. Okay, so while he's alive and not aggroed, I want him to explore around and find territory. We got 16 minutes. Okay, so we're getting there. So what that means is I want them to look at this list. Let's see. So he's got that one on top of him. Okay. Let's pull his territory. And we'll need that list to actually update every time he looks at it. So that's going to be rather interesting. Yeah, so this is going to be a little tricky, but that's okay. So I'm thinking I'm running this problem of I need to have him be able to understand where other bunnies have gone on the fly. So what we can do, maybe do like some kind of remember selection, 0. Actually, no, that's a better way to do this. Instead of doing this, okay. So what I need to do is pull an updated list of all the territory they own, because other rabbits will be doing this too. And this might be a better way to do it, is just have an overall script controlling all the rabbits. But we'll try this way first, and we'll see. We'll do some testing. And I'm just trying to have fun at this point. So instead of doing this in, what we're going to do is get rid of this. So for each the bee colony list, and since we have the colony territory, and we have the colony name, if colony is equal to x select 0, then we want to update the variables. So we want to update the colony. Colony territory equals x select 1. So that should update the list. Okay. So with that updated list, and let's do update the current known list of territories for this rabbit. So we have the column there. Now, okay, decide where to move. So first step is to find the nearest claimed territory. So we have this list here, and I need to look up my my command I use for closest. I think I should have that my vcom stuff here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cheat a little bit here. Oh, this is dgen. This will work. Closest object. And we're gonna fix this up a little bit because this is supposed to be more lenient. I just want to find marker. It's the closest marker. And because I know remember Bohemia's command is a bit more complicated. So, all right, I'm gonna go back to the top of this right here, and I'm gonna make a closest marker equals. I know this is gonna get messy quick. This is usually how I like to do something. I don't like to have to go set up all the init and all that stuff. I just want to kind of power it out, get like a really rough draft of it, and then put it all down in like a nice neat mission and go from there. So the list is going to be this. The object's going to be this. The list is literally just going to be markers. So we're going to go ahead and actually, you know what? Yeah, I want this to be optimized. So position is going to equal get marker pause. Wait. So we just want to get position equals object. Okay. Alright, if type name X, so it's going to be a marker get marker pause. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. That should help. It's true. This is object. This is object. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and compile this in the game engine. Oh. Forgot. We're going to have to... This is going to be a little tricky. Okay, there we go. That's compiled. And let's get the name of that function. So we put the list first and then the object. So, actually just want to do B marker. I'm going to do colony territory. And then this call closest marker. And that's going to pick up the marker that he should be standing on top of. So there we go. And so that'll make sure he's there. And then from there, let's see. Do we need to do this? So now I'm thinking of how to get them best to move. So I'm getting the closest marker, but why now? I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's right, I remember. So closest marker. And what I want to do is have them move. So I got a text here. Oh, not important. So, alright. So we got that territory. And now I need to find... So that's the closest one. You know what? Is there a way to sort with the... I think just remembered something here. Okay. No, I don't... Okay, so I was thinking I had them go to the farthest one, and then they move from there, but then I can see, like, say they all move up, and they just keep moving up. I want them to kind of move around in a random pattern. So they'll find the closest marker. There's a point to this. This is... Making stuff like this always just confuses the shit out of me for a while. Okay. The closest marker. Let's just get them to move. Okay. So let's start that. Order rabbit to move in a random direction. Alright, so I can do that. So I gotta have this. Let's see. Random direction. I think, whoops. I think I actually have, favorite way I like to do is random positioning. Hmm, that's not it. This is something fancy anyway. Okay. That's not it. Oh man, let's see. Spawn. There we are. This code right here. So I want him to go random direction. We'll like give him 5 leniency, and then, but I want it to be around, 40, 50 out. So I'm gonna move at least 50 meters away. Actually, no, we're doing 10, so we're gonna do 10. Random, like we'll do 3. Random direction. And we're gonna get the new position based off of that. Pause, I believe the pause will be his location, yeah. So we're gonna go pause equals get pause this. And then once we tell him to move, we gotta go back up to our good old basic function of getting him to move. And that is, and I want them to just do it kind of leisurely. They don't need to like forcefully run there. So we actually have to use the set destination command to get, that's how I had to get the agents to move. You know what? We should probably just use, let's see. Yeah, let's see what happens if we do this. We're just gonna see. And then I'll put that there. Of course, we have to tweak it a little bit. Get position, just like that. He'll move. So move that position. Okay. Now we need to have a wait until this distance positions is less than 3. I think this will work. And then we're going to go ahead and do create another marker. This is when we want to run this command. So we want the rabbit to move, and then we want him to go to random direction, and we want to find the closest marker. So if the closest marker, distance to the, I got 3 minutes, we got to test this. Distance to this is greater than 10. We're going to do 11. Then we want it to create another marker. Just like so. That means I'm also going to shove this until after this, wait until like the most up-to-date information. And then it'll create another marker. Okay. Else, what I want to do is hit the closest marker and set marker alpha to, was it just marker alpha plus 0.1. So it makes it a deeper color. So that's a lot of stuff right there. And we're going to have a sleep one, just in case. So what I'm going to do is, this is quite the mess now, isn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and, thinking with 2 minutes left, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up a mission to handle this. So I'm going to go ahead and save and quit. Yes. Because now it's getting a little messy, it's getting a little complex. So my basic goal right now is just to, for this last 2 minutes, get a mission. Let's do it on, and why not to know. Get a mission where the rabbit runs around, claims territory. That's all I want. It's the basic stuff, and then I'm gonna have to call it good for today. And player. Oh, that's right. Can't use player. I'm always used to using player. Okay, we're just gonna save. I'm gonna export to multiplayer. Oh, so now. Ah, funny. To export to multiplayer to get NP missions. There it is. Right click, new, init.sqf. I mean, I have a minute. I'm gonna have to go over a little bit here. And in this init.sqf, I just want to define all these functions. And this is not the proper way to do it, but I'm in a hurry. Closest marker is the command to figure out closest to. Let's go back to bunny movement. This right here we don't need quite yet. This is gonna be for attacking. And this, we're gonna get this. You wander. We got all these defined ahead of time. We also can edit them on the fly if we need to. Alright, 1 second. Let me go ahead and pause this for 1 second. Okay, I'm back, so I had to deal with something there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and export this, save it, export it. I'm going to load up. Should be, oh, that's right. They haven't fixed that yet. To rehost the server. Oh, better, those 5 seconds drain out. SimBunny, press play. And we are down to the wire here. We got an error already, which is unfortunate. Go back to the init. I wasn't thinking. That was a silly mistake. Boom. Fixed. Back out, go back to here. Export to multiplier. Okay. Alright. No errors this time yet, and we're going to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to run this code here. So, you should see a rabbit. Let me tell him to wander. And you can see immediately there is now a very faint grid right there. And now we need to go kind of just see if he moves. So the first part of it worked. I'm not seeing him doing much movement. So what I'm going to do is just pause the video. I'm going to just spend an extra like 5 minutes because I just love doing this. So if I get him to move, I'll record that part. Okay, thank you. Alright guys, welcome back. So I went ahead and polished them up and fixed them up. It took a little bit of time. And I'll just show you what we got here. So we go ahead and run the scripts to get everything patched up. And then I have to get here. And so I got a couple different types of rabbits right now. We have the... Actually, one class is the one that kind of is exploring right now. And right now I just did the two different types, and I need to make these like one and the same. But for right now, these are the rabbits when they're just in their explorer mode, and I'm going to spawn 50 of them because I'm kind of testing the limits here. Bam. And you can see so they're going to start right here. This is their starting point. They mark it, and they all looks like they all decided to spread out in different directions. And we should hopefully to see them start to mark up the map, so you can see this is getting darker because yep, it's a high traffic area. Look at that. You can see as they kind of explore around, they kind of... And what they do is that they'll tend to push where there's no markers, or no their scent trail, if you will. You can kind of see how that can grow. Looks like, yep, you see how he just keeps going. So they're all going and exploring, and they're kind of spreading out. You can see the weaker trails are definitely lighter. You can kind of see where they tend to be. It's in toward the center area. So that's, you can kind of see how that works. And we can, look at them wandering around, being little rabbits. That's cool. So as a player, one thing gameplay wise is, okay, so as they're exploring, they're putting these markers down, and that's good and all. And then say I wander onto one of their scent trails, well, obviously they need to be able to defend themselves. So we're going to go ahead and put some of these rabbits down. I'm going to kind of run here so they don't kill me. And now I just spawned in 50 attack rabbits. And you can see that, yeah, their movement's a little janky. I'm not sure I'll be able to fix that. Oh. There's a bug we just found there. I'm actually going to fix that real quick. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I think I'll reload that real quick just to fix this here. And this is just a placeholder right now. Live bunny, then cool. Let's reload it. Let's grab the attack bunnies here. Going to make sure we update the scripts, and we're going to go ahead and spawn in 50 killer bunnies. And oh, I couldn't get away fast enough. Well, you see the point. So the point is gonna be pretty cool. Oh, look at them! Oh my gosh, they're vicious. So I'm looking forward to this. The next part, I'm probably going to be working on implementing the probably a resource system for them, and while they're exploring, actually finding stuff. Actually, maybe what I'll do first is make the attack bunnies and the scouting bunnies the same. So say if a player comes close to them, they aggro onto them just automatically, and that they switch to that hunter state. So that might be the way to go. And I might do it so they also attract any bunny nearby, and then depending on how the closest marker, how deep color it is, that's the distance that it calls bunnies from. So that might be something cool. Alright, thank you for watching. Take it easy, guys.